Yeah, I'm fine. It's my fault. Okay. And this first one will be a little bit tough, but once I get it through, and we'll put one on this side as well. There we go. Then I'll probably put two more, probably somewhere here and here in the middle as extra support. One right here, maybe. Ready? And then we'll just trim off all the extra. Do the same to that wall, and we'll have our bait wall set up.
Okay, I'm not even sure how that just happened, but I don't know. You guys saw that. Did I do something wrong? These scissors just exploded.
Again, I just zip tie that corner close enough to leave it adjustable, but enough to hold it. And then I'm gonna take this zip over here. So it's holding the weight over there for me, and I can do this alone. Work smart, not hard, right? Why not both? Good morning, y'all. It's the next morning. Unfortunately, I had a whole bunch of stuff to do last night. As you can see, my room is a mess, and I didn't get around to actually putting up any of the hangers, so I figured I'll just go ahead and do that now for y'all. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. With the addition of these two panels, I think I should definitely have enough space for all my stuff. I went ahead and picked up like 2 boxes of these black hangers, and so yeah, I'm probably just going to time-lapse me hanging them up because I don't want to bore you through the process. So yeah. All right, well, I got this bait wall completed. I like the way it looks. I like the design. I think it looks really sleek, clean. Again, I really like the lights that I put up there to go with it. Could expand if I wanted to and just put another 2 there, attach them right there, and just keep pushing the grid wall. Build a wall. Yeah, anyway, it's all really coming together. I really just have to clean out this whole studio mess and we'll be good to go. This guy right here just kind of keeps squirming. I think I might have to take him to the pond or something. Alrighty, it's the next morning. I think that blends in pretty smoothly. Also, whenever I have like baits and stuff all over the wall, you won't even see the zip ties or the point where they meet, so that works out pretty good. That's the result so far. I personally don't think I need to go any lower. In the future, I can always just put like a single one right there if I wanted to put like a spool of line or something, but I think that's going to serve its purpose well. I also want some clearance whenever I'm, you know, working in my desk space area. I'm going to go ahead and finish putting the rest of these on this side of the wall now. All in all though, I am a fan and they feel like really stable and sturdy. Like this stuff is hard metal. All right, I organized some space here on my desk, as well as I got everything fixed up nice, pretty, got the lighting all good. I'm not exactly sure I'm going to set up all the baits. The plan in my head is to do Berkeley up top and then do all my American made baits, so like Zoom, Robo-Worm, all that good stuff, missile baits, and then JDM up the bottom. And then over here, I'll probably do like Gary Yamamoto, Guggen, all that good stuff. So I don't know, we'll just kind of see how it plays out and see how it looks. Like I said, I don't really know what order I'm going to start in, but I do know that I'm probably just going to go with Berkeley, go up top. I might just do creature baits and then finesse baits below it, so we'll just see how it goes. I apologize if my hair is a mess. I literally woke up 30 minutes ago. Anyways, let's run the time lapse. Alright, it's gotten to a point where I think I just decided that I'm going to unbox all of this and organize it in my tackle boxes. Because if I was to put up terminal tackle, jigs, spinnerbaits, hard baits, this is just Berkeley. I still have 9, 10 other brands to go through. There's just no way it's gonna fit on this wall. I don't know, guys. We'll see what we end up doing. So I just want to let y'all in on a little insider here. This is all the hard bait and terminal tackle that I have from Berkeley that I bought. This is all the soft plastics, and if I'm not lying, this probably costs more. The money's in the hard baits, guys. These soft plastics, you throw them out there, they get ripped up and they're gone. These right here, you could fish them for years and years to come, as long as you have some sort of a plug knocker, or even just like fishing topwater frog, man. I can't tell you the last time I lost a topwater frog. It's fishing on top of the water. And I know some people are going to say, oh man, you know, you're fishing a frog around vegetation mats and all that good stuff. But yeah, they're pretty weedless and they're made to come through cover. So again, like I said, the money's in the hard baits. If y'all don't believe me, look it up, check it out. Well, that's the end result for the Berkeley baits so far. Next, I figured I would go ahead and do missile baits, like made in USA baits, whatever. Anyways, missile baits and robo worms going next. On the last section for the zoom bait, just filling in the finesse worms, and I should be done with this whole wall. Somehow everything worked out perfectly. I did not plan this. I mean, like, I kind of estimated in my head what I thought would work, but I didn't sit there and count all my baits and sit there and count, hey, this is going to be in this section, it's going to be in this row together. I'm kind of just making it work, and honestly, it's turning out perfect, better than I thought. Lastly, we got our rattles, which unfortunately these glass rattles break if you drop them. And when I was unboxing these, I actually dropped them on the floor and a couple of them broke. So just a heads up, if you get these glass rattles, don't drop them or else you're gonna lose like half of them, maybe all of them. And that's all the baits on wall number 1. All right, this is the final product. I got everything up here. Got my rivets down there, along with the swim baits off to the side. Like I said, Berkeley up top. I don't think I could put more up there even if I tried, really. Next up, Guggen baits. Gonna start up top, work our way down. Next up will be Strike King, and so on and so forth. Alright, well, I didn't realize that the camera wasn't time-lapsing, so I guess you guys just got to see me do that in real time, and I had to sit there and cut that all down in the editing process, but that's my own fault for not checking the camera. Alrighty, well, next up, we got a whole lot of Strike King. Alrighty, we got Strike King all the way put away. Once I've finished everything, I'll just go ahead and take the camera and kind of pan around and show y'all what I've done. But until then, I'm going to just kind of keep going because I'm on a roll. I really like how it's turning out so far. I think everything looks great. I got the swim baits kind of together over there with the clamshells. I think it's coming together pretty nicely, guys. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Alright, next up, we got Gary Yamamoto's. And I will say this, my hands are shaking because this box is so heavy. Which that tells me that their baits are just stuffed full of salt. Which is a good thing and a bad thing, right? It's going to help it sink, it's going to help it have more action, it's going to help it have a little bit more taste when the fish bites onto it. But also, having a lot of salt content in your plastic makes the durability almost non-existent. It's like, would you rather have a bait made out of plastic or a bait made out of sand? I don't even think you could make a bait out of sand. The plastic is probably what's keeping it together with the salt. So, I mean, anyways, heaviest box of them all, Gary Yamamoto's. Okay, we're making some pretty good progress here. Finished up with the Yamamoto box. Everything kind of worked out perfect again. So far, our luck hasn't ran out, and just gonna knock on wood because I don't want to jinx it. But lastly, we got Biospawn and 10,000 fish that I think are gonna fit perfectly right here. Anyways, guys, let's keep it going. Lastly, we just got all our JDM stuff, which I don't know if we have enough hooks, but I'm kind of hoping we do. It's just going to be like big swim baits, G-Crack, all that good stuff. There's all my Mega Bass on one hook, G-Crack there, Kitech, Spro, then we got Jackal. And that's everything that we're able to fit right now. I think if I was to put any more, I'd be pushing it to its limit. I think I'm already pushing it to its limit, but I think it looks great. Let me just take you guys around. So we got all of our Berkeley creature baits gonna be all up top. Then it goes to our pre-rigged swim baits. Then we got grubs, flukes, generals, just like finesse stuff, flute worms, water bugs, and then your bigger generals. Then we move on to max scent. We got all of our max scent creature baits, little generals, moving to the finesse stuff, flatworms, gulp. Moving on to clamshells, we're gonna start out with like creature style type baits. Moving on to the swim bait kind of style stuff, trailers, all that good stuff. We got missile baits over here, our big Berkeley swim baits. And then Zoom, Robo Worm, all gonna be right here. All of our worms, plastics, all that good stuff. Up top, we got our Guggen baits. We're gonna start out with creature baits, of course. And if you can't see the theme I got going on here, I organized it by creature baits, then finesse baits. So creature, finesse, worm. So it's just really, you know, understandable for me whenever I look at it. I know what I'm looking for. Maybe a lot of people won't understand it, but that's fine because it's only supposed to work for me anyways. Then we got Strike King. We're going to have our 30-pack bulks of Ochos, Flukes, creature baits. All of our paddle tails are going to run on this side of the wall. Then we got our Gary Yamamoto's all lined up here on this row. Nice soft plastics. We got our creature baits, finesse stuff, wacky rig, and then weightless. All of our plasma tails, finesse, creature baits, finesse. You know, you see the theme still going here. And then we got our JDM stuff. So it's going to be G-Crack, Bounty Fish, Jackal, Spro, Kitech, and then Mega Bass. And now all there is left to do is break down all these boxes, which honestly should take me some time. So I'll go ahead and time lapse that for y'all. Boom, got it all wrapped up with the paper and everything. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's take this out. Enough fun. All right, we got all the boxes taken out, and there's just so much floor space.
We did it. We did it. It looked amazing. Look at that. That looks like what you would buy from a store. It should have been. Look at all this floor space. So much. We do aerobics in here. So many activities. This is how we do it. Da, 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 da. Hey, I never asked you. Yeah. Do you like guacamole? Oh!
All right. The rest of this stuff is just hard baits, terminals, and kits that I plan on doing videos with. So I will be putting those in my planos in a future organization video. Y'all stay tuned for that one. Once that's all done and complete, I'm gonna get all this stuff taken away. And down here, we got some rod holders that I'll probably put up on the wall right there and get these rods up off the floor as well. So that'll be nice. And just kind of have a way cleaner setup. I don't know. I like having more space, and this is definitely more space. So another thing I didn't really mention is I kind of built like a wall over here out of my real boxes, and then I just put like my scents and stuff like that as well. But I really can't complain. I think I like how it looks. All the soft plastics are out of the boxes, so now I just got to work on hard baits and terminal tackle, putting those in my planos and making sure that they're all organized, neat, clean, as well as making sure to apply some sort of a system to it like I did here with this grid wall. I'm sure I'm going to show you guys a breakdown of that as well, but I'm kind of done for this right now. Let me know if there's anything I missed. Let me know if there's some of your favorite baits up here up on the wall. Let me know if there's any recommendations you have for me, just anything like that. I'd be happy to kind of get them. I mean, as you can see, I love collecting tackle, so yeah, y'all just let me know what you guys think. And all right, it's the next day, everyone, and I think we're going to go ahead and clean out the whole studio now and just make it our whole little fishing man cave kind of thing. So again, we got the whole bait wall set up, and now we're just going to kind of clear out this whole section, and I think I'm going to line up all my rods up against this wall. So the first step, we got to clear everything out from behind the couch and move this big old mattress. Now we got to tackle all this camping gear that I have on this shelf, but we got the whole couch kind of cleared out from behind here, so that's definitely something that we had to do. All right, we got the whole shelf cleared off. Everything's just kind of over here. And I'm going to clean this up once I get all this stuff transferred over here, just so we have all of our fishing gear and stuff together. And then I'll probably just put my fishing poles up against this wall for now until we can get our holders up on the wall. But I think it'll turn out great, and everything will kind of be together, so that's really the most important thing. Alrighty, that's everything up on the shelf. Now we're going to move into probably just thinking about how we're going to arrange our fishing poles and getting our couch put back together, as well as putting all the camping gear back up on the other camping shelf. So yeah, I don't know, whatever. Alrighty, there's all my rods lined up, just kind of put away in the corner right now. But like I said, I do have these little rod holders that I'm just going to kind of put along the wall here, have them all up against this wall, and it should just kind of fill in that space, go along with everything against the wall, and all of my fishing gear will just kind of be in this one area. So we got our shelf full of boxes, hard baits, extra stuff, planos, saltwater gear, all of our bait bags, binders, tackle bags, all that good stuff. We got our piece together surf rod, all of our fishing rods right now that again will be up against the wall. And then we have our massive bait wall collection. And then my computer designated work area just for all my electronics, stuff like that, GoPro, media footage, editing, all that good stuff. But I think I'm really happy with the results, and I think it's gonna look really nice once I get the rods up against this wall. So I'll be sure to keep y'all updated on that. What's up, guys? So I kind of figured that it would be a perfect day for me to go ahead and tackle this whole corner. I've got all these rods that I want to put up on the wall here next to the bait wall. And I got these rod holders that I showed y'all in the last video. So I'm going to take these guys and throw them on the wall here, just all the way like that. I'm going to take that shelf out and then put a smaller one in place so I can put the couch closer in, and then take everything out from behind the couch as well. So it'll just open up a whole bunch more floor space right here, so it's not as cramped. And I can actually use this table as well. So it's a bit dark in here. Well, that's one thing out of the way, but there's still a whole bunch of stuff here that I'm gonna have to figure out where it's gonna need to go. So once I get all this dealt with, I'll go ahead and put the camera back on and show you all the progress. I picked up these two nice looking steaks that I'm gonna cook up on the Weber kettle as well, just as a nice little meal. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. But the marbling on this looked incredible, so that's why I picked them up. But it's supposed to be some sort of Japanese beef. I don't really know, but it looks delicious. So first up, I'm gonna marinate the steak with a little bit of soy sauce. Classic Kikkoman, ya boy. Just a little bit in the bottom there. Throw these steaks in. Oh, this ribeye feels so good. It feels so nice. Okay, then don't be shy. It's a thick cut of meat, and I use it as my salt, so I'm not gonna throw any salt in there. Spread it all around. It's gonna give it like a soy glaze, which will make it kind of sweeter. And I'm sorry in the background if you're hearing that sound. It's just the washer and dryer going, but next I'm gonna throw on some cracked black pepper. Dude, this meat looks so tender. It looks so good. Holy cow, literally. It's a holy cow. Something like that. I mean, you could even go a little bit more on there if you want, but it's perfect for me. And then I'm gonna stick it in the fridge covered for approximately like 1 hour. The longer you marinate it, obviously the longer it's gonna absorb those flavors, but I just don't necessarily feel the need to, plus I wanna grill them up like right now. While the steaks are marinating, I'm gonna keep on tackling this little back corner here, but so far we've gotten some good progress on it. All I have left is our camping grill and a couple metal pieces of frame, some little wooden gate pieces right there, and then a small chair that I gotta get rid of. So anyways, I'll get this all cleared out and then move the couch in. All right, well, I got it all basically cleared out to the point where I feel comfortable enough to just throw the couch up there against it, and this stuff can just stay behind it for now. I have started working on this corner over here and getting all these boxes and stuff figured out so I can get them off of the shelf, get this shelf collapsed, put the smaller shelf in place so that way the couch can fully scoot over up against the corner and up against the wall all the way, so that way the door will close all the way. Because right now, the way that we have things is we have the couch like pulled out, as you saw, like 2 feet away from the wall, which is kind of a waste of floor space because now it's closing up the space here, and that's the only way that the door will close. Because this corner is hitting this corner by 1 inch, it's 1 inch. So I'm gonna throw in a smaller shelf here, and it's just gonna make things a little bit easier, make things a lot neater, cleaner, more floor space, all that good stuff. So anyways, I'm gonna get this figured out, guys. Honestly don't know how I'm going to tackle it all. I've gotten a chunk of it removed and it's already consumed almost my entire computer desk space. So yeah, wish me luck, guys. I'll keep y'all updated. Alrighty, progress. Just got some tackle boxes moved off the top there, putting them on the couch for now till I get the other shelf moved into place. Then I'll probably just put them back. So there's no real need to find a permanent home for them because everything's just going to be temporary till I can get the way I want the setup to be. So yeah, but progress. Quick update, I got all my lines organized in their boxes, so that's a good thing. Just gonna keep the ball rolling though. All right, guys, well, we got everything out of there. I just kind of threw most of it on the couch because I'll just reorganize it on the other shelf. And yeah, it's time to get the shelf out of here for now, just so we can clear up enough space, reorganize everything, and then I'll bring that shelf back in, attach it to the other shelf that I have in here, and everything should be a lot better. So thanks for following along, and keep on watching. I don't know if you want to. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Come on, let's get this out of here. All right, well, I had to do some clearing out to get to it, of course, but there's a shelf that I'll be throwing in over here in place of the bigger one, so it'll be a little bit more downsized. I can go ahead and put the couch closer into the corner like I talked about, and it'll also give me more space up on the wall there for all my rods. Got all my rod holders out right here, so I got 3 of them. Each one holds 6, so we got 18 slots for our rods. And all that's left to do is get this bad boy out. One of the shelves is kind of broken, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix that, and then Once that's good to go, I'll throw it in the corner. All right, so all I'm gonna do, oh golly. All I'm gonna do is just pre-drill a couple holes in on either side through the inside, so I'll be able to see where I need to go in, hold it flat. I don't know, I'm gonna just hope everything works out. But anyways, let's get this over with. I'm gonna pre-drill my hole approximately like right here, just like that, either side. Alrighty, that's all there is to it, really. Then I'm gonna go in on the side that I made the holes here. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, I got this thing for free and it's pretty beat up, so yeah. It's obviously not gonna look the best, but it'll get the job done. So now, whenever I go to set this up on it, in my mind, it should sit there perfectly. Like so. Perfect. Perfect! Yeah, no, that's really stable. Wow, that might be the most stable one on the shelf. Okay. All right, time to put this little shelf over here. It's a moment of truth. This there. Now let's scoot this in. Now this is the true moment of truth. Yes! Let's go. That's gonna be so much better. Now I am gonna have to downsize a whole bunch, but I will be able to put up my rod racks here now and it should look really clean. I'm excited, guys. It's really all coming together. Got the shelf over here, which, dude, I'm a huge fan of this. Honestly, it just already looks way better. Having this right here, you could, even if you're sitting down right here, you could like put a drink up there if you wanted, but I'm not gonna leave enough space for that. I'm putting all my fishing gear up there. Anyways, I'm gonna tuck this table up in here alongside some other stuff and then put the shelf right here. It's gonna make things look 20 times better. Shout out to my amazing girlfriend for helping me do all this. I am nothing without her. Something really cool to note about these shelves is they like clip in together. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, I don't know. You'll see here in a sec. See, this right here is what I meant by they piece together, and they basically make one massive shelf. It also just makes things sturdy and save space, so I'm a big fan of these shelves. They're also really lightweight and affordable, and as you can see, you can just break them down and pack them up, put them however you want, assemble, disassemble, all that good stuff. And yeah, they're just really like customizable. So all right, now that I got a little kind of table to work with here, I'm gonna use my impact again. River rocks fell out from our last trip. That's funny. And if I want, I could still just peg up one of the corners and still get some sunlight in here, so that's a plus. It's really just customizable. Well, it's definitely darker in here, but that looks way better, and it's gonna block a lot of that sunlight. It's gonna keep my baits a lot more cool, as well as it's just gonna help keep things from glaring. It'll also help things kind of be a little bit more soundproof from the outside sounds. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna throw this right here. The table can just kind of get tucked back up in the corner from now. All right, got the Weber all set up right here. Some charcoal down there, fire starter, and just get the thing going, you know what I mean? This video is brought to you by, no, I'm just kidding. Boom, we got smoke. All right, well, we got the fire starter going. Hopefully that takes, and then the coals will be ready for us to cook on. It should take about 5 to 10 to 15 minutes max. And once that's ready, I'll throw the grill on for about 5 minutes, let it preheat, and then I'll throw the steaks on after. I'm gonna go ahead and take the steaks out of the fridge, let them get a little bit kind of room temp, just so they cook a little bit more evenly, because when the surface layer is gonna be cold, and then you're putting it on the grill, it's immediately gonna wanna sear, but the inside of your steak is still gonna be cold. And you really want it to be as even temp as possible, so that way your steak cooks as evenly and thoroughly. So anyways, I'm gonna pull it out, probably let it sit for about 5-10 minutes max, and then I'll throw that on the grill. All right, well, as you can see, the coals are still smoking pretty heavily, and it looks like it wants to take flame, but it just needs a bit of help. That's why I got these little pocket bellows right here by Zippo. Really just an extendable little metal tube that you use to blow air directly onto it. It's wider on one end, thinner on the other, and I mean, it does what it says. It's a little personal bellow for your fire, so It just uses breath, and that's all. Works a little bit too effectively sometimes. I gotta back up. Yeah, it definitely wants to take flame, so I'll just be giving it a couple puffs of air with this, and hopefully it'll be good to go. Alrighty, this is pretty much what I mean. Once this flame over here goes out, it'll be perfect. But yeah, that's a perfect bed of coals right there to work with, so I'm gonna put the grill on for about 5 minutes, let it preheat, and then I'm gonna throw the steaks on. Alright, we got our Japanese steaks, and I think they're about ready to be thrown on the grill. They marinated for about 2 hours, so more than 1 hour, more than what I said, but it is what it is. Alright, those look delish. Take the ribeye and throw him right here next to his buddy. And like I said, you can kind of see that soy glaze kind of going on. I don't know, it's delicious and it smells sweet. All right, well, I stayed up kind of late last night. I got everything organized, pretty much how I'm gonna want it. I'll go ahead and kind of give y'all a walk through the shelf real quick. But pretty much I just got all of my bags up here visible so I can see which one's which, what has what. Then it's just gonna have all of my stuff that's just kind of free flowing outside of a box. Then we've got all of our boxes organized down there by all my baits and stuff like that, which I'll be taking these hard baits out and organizing them in my Plano soon. And then I cleared out this whole space here, so I'll be able to put these rod racks up on the wall, so that'll be nice. Alrighty, nice and sturdy. We got our first one up. I'm just gonna continue the progress. So essentially all I'm doing is just using these self-tapping screws and then just a small screwdriver to put them in. You don't even need power tools for this. It's super easy, and then you can have rod racks in your room in like 3 seconds. So if you're interested in picking some up, they'll be in the description box down below. You don't have to, but they are there if you need them. And yeah, again, like I said, really super simple and easy to set up. And then just to be even more accurate, just have some sort of level to put on there whenever you put it up, and then it'll be as straight and even as possible. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna get these two up on the wall, and then I'll show y'all the final result. And the result is... No, I'm playing. This right here is the setup. I got the khaki one, black one, khaki one, and it just looks really nice to me, honestly. I'm ready to set up all these rods up on the wall. I like that I kind of left a little bit of space in between this and that, so that way it's just not too much clutter. I didn't want it to be too much. And yeah, I think everything is going to work out just fine. I'll be able to put all my rods up on the wall, and then I'll be able to still have some floor space to come in here, maneuver, grab whichever one I want, grab whatever bait I need, and then be on my way to whatever fishing trip I have planned. All right, guys, all that's left is for me to put all the rods up on the wall, so I'm going to time lapse that as well. Alright guys, that's the final result of the whole studio. Well, in terms of the fishing side. We've got the bait wall set up. We've got our rod rack set up. I wanted to put the covers on there as well as having it on the wall, but unfortunately the covers just made it too thick to actually fit inside of the holders, so I just kind of set them up without it for now, and then as I go and take them out, I'll just put a sleeve on as I need it. But I think it looks really nice. I think it looks sleek. I mean, it dang near looks like a Bass Pro in here. I pretty much know everything that I have now, and it's way easier for me to access, as well as it's a lot more neat and clean. It's not just bunched up in one corner. I could still come inside of here, grab whatever I needed, grab whatever rod I want. I have them organized from tallest to smallest, and then spares over there, so it'll make things that much easier for me to prepare for a trip, pretty much just knowing what I have and then having it as easily accessible as possible. The last thing that I have in terms for fishing is to just organize all my hard baits into my Plano boxes, and then getting my desk cleaned up from all this fishing gear and stuff like that. But other than that, I really like the progress. I'm going to just kind of give y'all a walkthrough. So this is as if you've never been inside of my room. Well, I think the steaks turned out perfect. Basically like a medium rare on both the ribeye and the strip steak. I'm gonna finish cutting these up, get everything plated, and show you all the final result. Oh, I fried up some okra real quick too. For anyone that's gonna say like, oh, cut the thickest part of the steak, that's the thickest part right there. It's perfect, it's cooked even all the way through. Holy cow, dude, this thing looks perfect. The ribeye, same thing. We've got a perfect medium rare, and that's done over lump charcoal. No temp, no thermometer, no nothing. Just gauging it, knowing how to cook. Just to show y'all everything, we got the strip steak, corn on the cob, baked potato, fried okra, Caesar salad, ribeye steak, and yeah, that's pretty much everything homemade. So I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm gonna let this food stay hot and fresh. So I'll get back to you guys once we finish up and it's time to organize. Alright, so now pretty much I just made myself a whole prep little work area. So pretty much what I'm going to be doing is just taking all my old baits and planos and all that good stuff and reorganizing them, as well as integrating all the new stuff into there. So pretty much it's just going to be a reorganization day, figuring out where I want to put everything, because I'm going to have a whole crap ton of stuff to add. So I really got to figure that out. It's a bit stressful, but I think having this much space is going to help me. I'm just going to make organized piles of everything, so it'll be like shallow diving crankbaits, medium diving crankbaits, deep divers, rattle traps, top, whatever, all that good stuff. I'll just have it different organized piles, and separating them into piles will pretty much let me know how much of something I have and how much space I'm going to need to fit inside of a plano. So it'll kind of let me know where it's going to end up, I guess. I don't know, that's kind of my theory on it. We'll see how it works out for us. Anyways, I'm just going to time lapse it just because it's a lot of baits. It's going to be a long time, but anyways guys, let's get started. Alright, so I got the Guggen Squad stuff kind of organized. Now I'm going to go through and open every single other box of stuff that I have and just organize it with these piles, kind of being as a guide or a leader to the next stuff that I'm going to put out. So pretty much I'm just going to have piles of different baits, random companies, gear, all that good stuff, but it'll be organized by this pattern right here. So yeah, next up it's going to be a random Tackle Warehouse box, I'm pretty sure, just full of stuff from War Eagle, and I don't even really know, guys, but yeah. Appreciate y'all for watching. This is a lot of fun, and I hope y'all are enjoying it. Alright, well, as you can see, I'm already starting to run out of space. I had to start a new pile over here for like swim baits and stuff like that, and mini A-rigs. And then over here in this corner, I had to start a new pile for spoons. I still haven't even put any chatterbaits yet. I had to start a new pile for terminal tackle. I had to start a new pile for my finesse shallow crankbaits. So yeah, and then I mean everything else just got added to as well, top waters, all that good stuff. But that was probably the most scattered box I have. I believe the next one is a Rapala, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, let's jump right into that one. So that's the Rapala, missile baits, all that good stuff, but it's really starting to fill up now. Got on my terminal here. I had to put my scale over there, crossover pliers right there. I'll probably just move over to the scale as well just to create a little bit of space, but I'm really running out of room here. I'm scared that stuff's gonna start falling over, but got our deep cranks here. Got a whole bunch now. Got a whole bunch of jerk baits as well over there. I mean, it just keeps adding up, man. So anyways, without further ado, let's get into the big Berkeley box. All right, well, that's everything with the Berkeley stuff. So we still got Strike King. We still got a whole nother box of stuff. We got like 4 or 5 boxes left of stuff just sitting on a shelf that I need to get over here. But I'd say we're about halfway through, and we definitely got through the bulk stuff. I'll just leave the slobber knockers and jigs in that box over there for now, and then once I'm ready, I'll put them in the Plano boxes that they're gonna go in, just because they're gonna go in the same place anyways. I'm gonna grab some of these boxes off of my shelf and just keep going with the organization. I think it's going pretty good so far, so yeah, let's keep it going. Well, this is pretty much everything. My entire hard bait spread on the table. I will say that I have all my Berkeley jigs and slobber knockers in that big box over there, and it's still full to the brim. I also have this Walmart bag full of gear that I'm also about to organize as well. But after this bag and that box over there full of jigs and slobber knockers, I'll pretty much be done with every single hard bait, skirted bait, all that good stuff, and this will be the entire spread. But then I'll be able to get the Plano boxes out, start organizing them, taking out all my old stuff, and just trying to make it kind of fit in with the pile as best as I can. I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure that out, but this is just a lot of stuff on one table, and I can't believe I'm about to organize even more. I had to create a bunch of piles of stuff, like a spook pile over here, JDM tackle over there, just pretty much everything, because I don't know, it just kept going and going. But alright, that's everything from the bag. Now again, in this box over here, I did leave all of my slobber knockers and jigs just because I didn't really see a point to take them out and organize them here in a pile whenever they're already organized in this box. But yeah, I'll probably take all the jigs off of the table and all the chatterbaits off the table and put them in this box as well, just so that way everything will be organized and all of it can go inside of my jig chatterbait box that I have over here in the Plano Edge series. So I'm really excited for that. Should be a huge upgrade. Should keep all my chatterbaits or anything like that from rusting once I'm done fishing with them, all that good stuff. Anyways, yeah, I'm excited to get to that point because all this stuff has just been sitting in boxes for too long. But yeah, I think I'm at the point where I need to just go ahead and go through these Plano boxes, start taking out all my old gear, organizing that into a pile somewhere else, organizing them by bait, technique, and then having a spot for them in the Plano box. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get on that. I appreciate you guys being here every bit of the journey. It's a lot of stuff, it's pretty stressful, but it's a lot of fun too. And this just looks crazy. I don't know, it looks like I just popped up to an event and I'm selling this stuff like fireworks. Anyways, what's up everybody? It's the next morning and I feel way more refreshed after a good night's sleep. I'm ready to tackle this mess. Essentially just clearing out a whole bunch of space, that way I can start opening up all my old Planos, taking out all my old baits and creating piles of those, figuring out exactly how much of stuff that I have. Oh, great. We literally almost filled the entire box full of terminal. But now I got that organized, I'll be able to have a whole lot more space here. Golly. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do the chatterbaits and the jigs as well. Dude, oh my gosh, I think I just got a paper cut on one of these packages. Ah! Alright, get back to this. Alright, we got the jigs and chatterbaits out of the way, all over here as well, full to the brim. But now I definitely have way more space. I think I'll be able to make everything fit on here, hopefully. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I think I gotta just work with what I got and just start taking stuff out of the Plano boxes that I have here. So, and I think I'm probably just gonna time lapse it because I got a whole bunch of baits here, and yeah, I know it's gonna be a long time. So the way that I currently have them organized is just by presentation. So like, this is like my whites and gizzard shads. This right here is bluegills and black and chartreuse. This is my crawfish box. Pretty much has like your delta reds, fire craws, black and blues, all that good stuff. And then obviously the sexy shad pattern, most popular and probably one of my most effective patterns I've ever used. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna time lapse it because we still got to go through that bag and that bag as well. So it's gonna be a whole bunch of gear. Well, that's pretty much it from one bag. We've got all of our lipless rattle traps and micro baits here. We've got our flat-sided crankbaits, 6-foot diving crankbaits, 1.0s and 1.5 crankbaits, finesse spinner baits, jerk baits, thunder crickets, chatterbaits, swim jigs, spinner baits, and pretty much everything we'd need. Oh, and top water, of course. I think these are the last three boxes I have to deal with, and I think I have enough space here to work, so I'm gonna keep on going, guys. Alright, well there's some stuff that I actually left in the Plano boxes because I kind of just liked the placement of them already, and I think that they're probably going to stay. It's something that's going to be permanent, but as well as the camera's at like 5%. I wanted to rush over here to tell y'all that this is basically all of my hard baits from my Plano boxes taken out. It's going to be insane once I start opening up all these packages of stuff and just adding them to the pile. I think these piles are going to look huge, and I'm not even going to know exactly where I want to put all this stuff. But for now, I'm just going to put everything where I think I can fit it. Alright, well, I got all my Plano boxes cleared out, pretty much everything, and I got my Guggen boxes ready so I can start putting my Guggen baits inside the Guggen Planos. And then we did the same thing to the Berkeley Planos. Originally, I wanted everything to be together based off of technique, but I'm starting to realize there's so much stuff, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I think what I'm going to have to do is put all of the Guggen stuff in the Guggen Planos, the Berkeley stuff in the Berkeley Planos, and then everything else is going to get put inside of the Plano Edge series. Really, the key for me here is to just not get hung up on anything, pun intended, but literally, like, I don't need to stop. I need to just keep going and going, and then whatever happens, happens. If I don't like the placement of something, I can always change it at a later date. Nothing is permanent. I think it's going to happen as I start going out and fishing and realizing, well, this technique fishes like this technique. I throw them on the same rod, let me put them in the same box together, kind of thing. But again, like I said, it's just a lot to think about. I think I need to take it step by step, get everything out of the box, and then figure out how much of it I have. Alright, I think the first course of action is going to be just filling up the Guggen Squad Plano, mainly because I know that all the Guggen baits are just going to go directly inside of this Plano somewhere, and then that should clear up a bit of space, also give my brain a bit of space to think, and I'll be able to figure out where I'm going to go from there. Alright, well, we're pretty much down to the last Guggen baits that I can visibly see. I don't know, there might be some under here. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I knew this guy was under there. Alright, other than that, I don't really know of any more Guggen baits under here. Again, like I said, they could be, but I'll probably find them later. So far, I've gotten really lucky. I've got all my crank baits here, buzz baits, spinner baits, topwater, micro baits, and then we've got all of our frogs here, all of our crank baits here, and that fits perfect as well. And yeah, I mean, it's actually working out a lot better than I thought. So I'm about to throw these contenders in here, as well as the jerk bait and the flat bangers, and I'm pretty much done with Guggen, guys. We're gonna have to figure out where to go from there. See, there's a little Guggen Squad Junior chicken contendi, and my room is becoming a mess full of plastic, which I'm gonna show you guys that at the end because I'm gonna have to clean it all up. Here we go. There's another little contendi. We got a flat banger. If you're wondering what I'm going to end up doing with this empty space, I pretty much just got a whole bunch of Guggen terminal that I'll end up filling all these slots with. But for now, I'm going to keep on going with all the hard baits just so I don't get too distracted. All right, well, next up we got Berkeley. Gosh, look at this color, guys. Hold on. See, the unboxings that I did not do this justice. This is a true unboxing right here. Look at that frog. It's got like purple glitter in it. I really hope the camera's catching that. I'm so excited to fish with these, man. This right here is green pumpkin, really nice bluegill representation, and look, it's even got the red eyes to imitate like a panfish. Dude, money. These things look money. The Swamp Lord. I even love the name, dude. That's so creative. We got a Chapo here. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I think my two favorite colors for everything Berkeley related is gotta be the Maverick and Bone. Like, in the prop bait, in the frog, it just looks so nice, and it's probably all you'd ever need, like, across the country. But the rest is just a bonus.
One eternity later.
Alright guys, well, the GoPro died, and both of my SD cards are full. I'm just going to show you all the end result once I finish everything. I'm going to get all my SD card space cleared up, and then we'll be able to show y'all the final product. But I can't keep recording it, obviously. I really do apologize, guys. I'm just going to finish up here and show y'all the result. Alright guys, here's the complete final product. We got all of our 1/4 ounce jigs, moving to our 3/8 ounce chatterbaits. All of our 3/8 ounce chatterbaits, everything. It's kind of difficult to see it all, but you know, whenever you look at like a mountain and your eyes just can't like grasp everything, this is the problem I'm having. I don't know where to look.
Golly, that is a thing of beauty. Really get up in there and show you all the slobber knockers, chatter baits, jackhammers, all of our jig options, heavy cover jigs, football jigs, swimming jigs, everything, dude. Wicked sharp hooks all over the place.
Guys, that's nuts. That is literally 70 baits in one box. There's not a single spot open. I might even start flooding this space right here. All right, I already got on uploading the footage for the GoPro. I just kept going because I figured if I stop, it's just gonna stay a mess. So off camera, I went ahead and just blitzed it out. I got a whole bunch done. Got my crankbait box. It's right here, which I'll show you all that in a bit. Rattle traps and jerk baits. Of course, I already showed you all the bladed jigs and jig box. Got all my micro baits, striper, white bass, hump, ledge fishing, all that good stuff. Right now I got flutter spoons, Kitech jigs. I'm probably going to be putting some 3XDs. All that's left to do is put some mid-range cranks inside of this box right here, and all of my swim baits and large spoon inside of my open face Plano. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get right on it and show you all the final result. All right, guys, this is the last lure. I'm throwing the cycle bait inside of this Guggen box just because it kind of goes together, you know, Carl's bait, Catch Co, all that good stuff. See, I got some little firework jigs there. But alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that's officially all my baits in my bait boxes. Well, technically I'm capping. There's like a whole bunch of Planos in there that have baits, but I didn't feel it necessary to show y'all because it's all old stuff that I've previously had before in the past. It's really just a massive jig box and some Ned rigs, stuff like that, soft plastics. But this is my main mass of hard baits, and it's full to the brim pretty much almost everywhere. I do have a couple empty slots, for example here, here, and here, but for the majority, everything is stuffed as full as it can practically be. This right here is our Ozark Trail Walmart Cotton Cordell box. So baits that I could throw around at a body of water that I'm not necessarily too keen on, has a lot of snags, maybe I want to give some baits away, stuff like that. Then we got our micro baits here, completed all the way through. We got our white bass, striper, crappie, hybrid, humps, ledges, dams, all that good stuff kind of box. This is our Berkeley crankbait box, so we're going to have some dredgers, money badgers, frit sides, square bulls, and then some stunnas. Moving on, we got our 1.0 and 1.5 box. This is going to be basically our divers that go from 1 foot to 6 foot. We got our micro spinnerbait box that range from 1/16 of an ounce all the way to 3/16. And then we got some war pigs in here as well, and just some soft plastics. We got Berkeley bullet pops, Chopos, Rebel pop-ars, some wake baits, some jaywalkers, and then some swamp lords, as well as some replacement treble hooks for any of the baits that we might need. We got all of our old school balsa baits. This is like Rapala countdown minnows, Bagleys, all that good stuff. We got some 3XDs, some shad wraps, some tungsten Kitech jigs, some flutter spoons. This is our jigs and bladed jigs. This is jerk baits and rattle traps. Then we've got our master terminal tackle box under here, which will get filled up as well. I left some of the terminal in its package mainly so that way I'll have it as a way to identify, as well as I don't feel like I need to take everything out of the package if I'm not going to use it immediately. This right here is like our summertime box. We got all of our deep diving crankbaits, speed wake, hybrid hunters, prop baits, walkers. And we got all of our buzz baits right here, top water blower, another little walking bait right here, some more top water frogs, and then every single spinnerbait we have basically. All of these are going to be ranging from a 1/4 ounce all the way to 3/4 ounce. We got some more stuff right here. This is our Guggen baits boxes. We've got 2 of them. This is frogs, recons, some more crankbaits, flat side bangers, Guggen chicken contenders, a little bit of terminal there that I'll fill up later. And then we've got some jigs here. Obviously, just some more crankbait, stuff like that. Clutches, scouts, buzz baits, spinner baits, pretty much everything Guggen related, as well as Catch Co. And then lastly, in this box, this is our swim bait box. It's got all of our loose terminal, as well as all of our swim baits, which there's a buka shad in there. There's a burrito. There's a whole bunch of stuff that honestly it would be a pain to take out because I just packed it for the video. But this is pretty sick, guys. I'm not gonna lie, this is so much stuff. And like I said, there is a few things over here. So there's some soft plastic boxes like that. Jig box, Ned box, like I said, but this is the majority of it. And then we got all of our soft plastics up there. It feels so good to have everything organized. I know where everything is. I can be a lot more efficient. I can grab stuff as I need it, and it just keeps it that much more durable, clean, and yeah, I really appreciate it, honestly. And I think my baits will appreciate it in the long run, which is really what matters. That's all the trash, which is insane. I have 3 full to the brim trash bags and multiple boxes. I don't even know how I'm gonna take all this out. Anyways, guys, this was a lot of fun, but if you're interested in seeing any of this stuff in some more specific detail, I'll make sure to have videos of that on my channel. Thank you guys for watching this long. I appreciate it as always. Stay cool and happy fishing.